Like, take care, my friend. Always a pleasure, my friend. I hook up in town with you like every day, like it's conditions like the hallway just down the road. It's just like we're tomorrow. Take care, Mr. 1-8. 4001 Baltimore, Houston. Yeah, very good. Take care. Thanks for reaching out to my face, my friend. Have a great day. Alright, you take care, Mike. Always a pleasure, like I said. 118, keep up the good work, my friend. 118, 4001. We are clear. Check out this unit. Thank you as well. As a free side. 1-2, Papa Satongo 1210.
About around DX land 209 Central Florida, calling and standing by. About around DX land, about around that DX land 209 standing by. CQDX 209 Central Florida, 209 Central Florida, calling CQDX, standing by. Yeah, here in Ontario, Canada, and there. Good morning to you there, sir. You got 209 here in Central Florida, waving a hand. CQDX 209 Central Florida, 209 Central Florida, calling CQDX, standing by. CQDX 209 Central Florida, 209 Central Florida, calling CQDX, standing by. Hey, Roger on that there, 4001 Ontario. I think you said 4001 Ontario there. Got you there. Yeah, we have some bad band conditions today, I guess, according to what I'm hearing. But I hear 1115 there in the UK out there. But I guess we're having windy skies. It's really cool down here in Central Florida, Roger.
Good evening. 1115. Conversation, my friend. Down there, Florida sounding good, my friend. Keep it up.
Roger. I appreciate the compliments. Same to you, and have yourself a good day up that way. 209 Central Florida, standing by. Yeah, how about that 1115 England? That 1115 209 Operator J, calling. How about a 1115? How about a 1115 209 Central Florida, calling? about that 1115? How about a 1115? 209 Central Florida calling and standing by.
551.
Yeah, how about that 551? 209 calling.
Yeah, go down to 34.
Roger, roger.
And Lincoln is low.
Hey, how about a 551 Ontario? Where the heck you at?
Yeah, drop down one more.
Okay. Oh, that's much better, man. That's much better.
Yeah, that's better here too. How's it going, bud?
Oh, not too bad, not too bad. They're just hanging in there. I had a good day yesterday. My mom and I had a good day. It was turned out to be real nice. Turkey came out really good, nice and moist, and it was a really nice, peaceful day yesterday. I tell you that.
Oh, right on. Yeah, we didn't do much yesterday. Just took the dog out for a walk and cleaned the vehicles. We got some snow there today, or last night. I don't know, maybe 4 inches at the most. It's shoveled and cleaned off the vehicles and yeah, a little bit of exercise.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, especially I think we're getting your weather down here in Palm Bay, Florida. Here we're getting winds. It's windy out there, and it's a little chilly. But hey, I'll take it. I don't care. It's hoodie weather. I don't care. You just put a hoodie on, and you know you're cold. There you go. But yeah, I saw my dipole outside whipping around out there, and I'm like, oh, here we go with the wind again. But yeah, you're sounding good. Out of Ontario down here again, as usual. Sounding good.
Roger, yeah, same base. I just curious if it was, if it changed at all, anything from shutting it off and starting it up from cold. Well, it's been running all morning, but see if it changed frequency or anything. But, sorry. Yeah, like I say, I just been shooting skip and listening, and the wife, she's gone to the thrift store. She wants to check it out. There's a new one in town that opened up yesterday, and then to the dollar store after that, so she's gone to splurge.
Oh yeah, Roger that there. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really surprised. It really got really chilly here. I went out in the garage there and like, wow, it's. Then I look outside, it's windy, and I see my dipole out there wobbling around out there. I'm like, oh boy, don't tell me. I don't feel like doing that again because we had our plumber that came here and knocked my dipole in front of the house down, the one leg down. It was a tall truck, and it just took it right down. And I had to put it back up, and oh man, I tell you, I can never have an antenna, you know. I thought we had bad band conditions, or my antenna was busted here too. Cause that antenna up there, this vertical, is just barely hanging on with a thread.
Oh yeah, mine's holding on to it, no problem. It is cold here. It's probably about 28 degrees and windy. I took the dog for a walk. We didn't want to go too far, so I picked him up and brought him back home. We'll try again tomorrow. But yeah, that's what it's like here. It's not going to be winter until first day of winter here is December 21st. So we're still near the end of fall. 12 months ago, just under a month. But yeah, I think it snowed a little early this time. Hopefully that's not the sign of things.
Yeah, Roger that there. Yeah. Well, you got to figure too. Canada can change of a flip of a switch there. It gets cold up there, then you get a cold snap, like you said, were telling me the other day. It's going to get cold, and I've heard other people out there. I think it was Prince Edwards or right around near your area or more up. They said it was supposed to snow, and then you got the snow, and then you got the wind, and I kind of figured you were going to get that, brother.
Yeah.
Hey, Roger, what's going on? Hey, Roger, what's going on, man? Hope you had a good Thanksgiving.
It's accumulating slow. we can manage it.
Oh boy,
It's not a
that's
big
not
deal.
good.
But,
Yeah, I'm talking to a friend in Ontario, Canada, 551. I'm talking to you right now.
never ceases to
Yeah, stay warm up there, man.
It's when it does.
Yeah, roger that there. I tell you, I don't miss them days. You go out there, it's windy, the wind blowing away, or cold. I mean, it gets windy down here, but it does. You don't have that snow and all that stuff. But let me tell you something. I think it was I don't know 6 years ago. We actually had frost down here on the pumpkin, as they would say, and you can see it on the roofs and everything and the grass. As soon as that sun comes up, that frost is gone. But yeah, it's pretty cool down here today. I don't even know how cool it is. I think it's like probably like um, uh, probably 70 degrees, if that, or more, lower than that. 69 or so, and plus with the wind, I don't know. It's something like around that range. I'm not really sure. I haven't checked the weather on my phone there, so all I know, it's a little cool out there. That's all I could say. But I can tell you, I enjoy it. I love it. Yeah, I hope you had a good Thanksgiving there, Raj. I hope you had a good one. Yeah, 551. Where'd you go? Did I lose you already? How about it there, 551? What happened? Did I lose you already? Uh-oh. Skip just ran right out. Yeah, how about it there, 551-209? How about a 551 Ontario, Canada? You still there with me there, or the skip just rolled right out? Yeah, how about that 551-209 Central Florida? What happened? Did I lose you out there? Oh, shit. This conditions suck today. About it there, 551. About a 551-209 Central Florida. About a 551 Ontario, Canada. Where'd you go? Uh-oh. I think we lost band conditions there. I guess we lost band conditions. 551. We'll give it one more try. Hello there, 551-209 Central Florida. Call in, stand by. Ah, shit. This is good. Yeah, about around DX land, about around DX land 209. Standing by.
7 the frequency. It's a big voice. Covered you up. Yeah. I'll let you go for now
CQDX 209 here in Central Florida. Colin, CQDX, standing by.
09 Central Florida. There, 828 the Lone Star waving your way.
Hey, they're 828 Lone Star. How you doing this morning? Sounding good around here in Central Florida. Go ahead.
Yeah, 209. We're fine and dandy up on this side. We're breathing on top of the ground there, so we'll call it a good day there, Roger.
Yeah, right. That. Yeah, it's pretty nice and cool here today. It's a little windy out there, but I'll take better than the dog days summer kind of heat thing. Just the humidity and all that. I'll take this weather any day.
Yeah, 209, we'll take what we can get there. But hey, I'm going to get off the side here. It's really crowded on the band, on this frequency here, so I'm going to get off the side here, read the mail for a little while. And hey, it's good to hear you out there. 7-3, and we'll talk again. 828 the Lone Star.
Roger that. They're 828, and hopefully you had a good Thanksgiving the other day. We did. Everything turned out good, and it was nice. So 828, well, in the Lone Star, you have yourself a good one. 209 Central Florida. Stand by. How about a DX land? About around DX land. 209 Central Florida. Calling and stand by.
Your eyes are really red right now.
Let's see what he says. Yoko Echo Sierra on that Thanksgiving. I had a bad cold. Oh shit! That's sorry to hear that, man. CQDX 209 here in Central Florida. 209 Central Florida. Calling CQDX. Standing by. Yeah, about around DX land. Hello, DX land. 209 Central Florida. Calling CQDX. Standing by.
The Lone Star.
CQDX 209 Central Florida. 209 Central Florida. Calling and standing by. About around DX land. Do we have any DX on 39 and 39 lower? 209 Central Florida. Standing by.
That's most of what's the carries.
CQDX 209 Central Florida. 209 Central Florida. Calling CQDX. Standing by. See what you said. You got a roof and a dog. Thanks for sharing the time here today. Yeah, no problem, man. CQDX 209 here in Central Florida. 209 Central Florida. Calling CQDX. Standing by.
Central Florida.
Hey, Roger there, Central Wisconsin. You sound like you're right next door. You sound really loud and clear. Go ahead.
Roger that. This is 1128, personal mic here in the beautiful state of Wisconsin. And I'm talking on a 50-year-old rig, so apparently it's still getting the job done.
Oh, it sounds excellent, man. What are you running? An old Yaesu FT101E or something like that?
Actually, one of his cousins, the Kenwood TS520, with a D104 mic and a Demco modulator.
Oh, the 520, the Kenwood. Yeah, I got a 520 Sierra Echo. I got one of those. I sold a 520. It needed work and all that. But yeah, I have a 520 SE. I got on the side, my left side there. How did you get to get it on here? Did you just put a crystal in there, or what did you do?
That was done before I got it. I bought this in 1975, and someone had converted it. It's also converted for AM guy in the back room did the modifications to it.
Yeah, because I never heard of TS520 on the air before. Never did. I guess it's unless you have to have a VFO or something to get down to here or something. But that's how I always thought, or an extra crystal or whatever. I don't know. But the FT101 E and the E's, they have the switch just for 11 meters. I know that you got to have a crystal or something in there. But I've never heard of 520 on here before. That's a first for me.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them out there, and I'm sure there's a YouTube video for the modifications to it somewhere.
Yeah, roger that. Roger that. Yeah, the one I got, the Sierra Echo one there, it's in really good shape. It puts out 102 watts on a 3-4. That out on a watt meter, and it runs pretty good. I don't know. I was thinking about maybe selling it or so. I don't know, but I don't know. Either hang on to it, or just sell it. I don't know. Just lighten the herd a little bit, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just hang on to her. We'll see what happens.
Well, this is the same stuff, back when I got into the hobby in the 70s. This is the same station I ran then, and I was out of the hobby for probably a little over 40 years, and I just dug it out of a box, and I took the VFO out and cleaned it, put that back in, put some new caps in it, and threw some new finals in it, and put it back on the air.
Oh, yeah, roger that. Well, it's doing a good job there. It is definitely sounding good. I wouldn't change a dang thing on that radio. It's got good audio, nice and clear. It's dead on frequency. And, yeah, it does sound good. It's really punchy and nice and clear.
Yeah, that's probably because, it's tubes, the tube finals and the Demco modulator. I don't know if you've seen one. It's a little tube audio amplifier that was used in some of the old, even Demco made some radios, but some of the tube radios back in the day. And I ran the D104 into that. Same stuff I ran in the 70s. And I've got the remote VFO for this and the remote speaker, so it looks nice sitting on the bench anyway.
Yeah, roger that there. Yeah, I'm very familiar with all that there. Yeah, because mine takes the tubes, the final tubes, and the driver tube, and whatever you have there is. I know exactly what you got going on there. Yeah, you can't beat them radios. They're a good sounding radio, and the Demco modulator, I used to have one of those. I sold one long time ago. I used to run it off an old radio I had, and with an old D104 non-amplified, and then that actually helps it quite a bit. It gives it an extra little oomph, I guess. The Demco modulators. Yeah, I rebuilt mine. I recapped it, and then I threw some new tubes in it, and it ran forever.
Roger that. And the amp I have is a FL2100B Yaesu. It's not a lot of power, but on good days it gets the job done.
Yeah, roger that. Yeah, I used to have one of those amps. The FL2100B. Yeah, they're a pain in the to work on. I'd rather work on a Heathkit than that thing. It's the same design, but the Yaesu made it so dang difficult you can't even work on the dang thing. It's a mess in there, I'm telling you. But yeah, I worked on a lot of Heathkit amps before, but that one there, oh my god, it's a nightmare, that amp.
Well, thankfully I've never had to touch it. I've got a spare set of tubes stored if I ever need them, but no, never had to touch the amp. It just chugs along.
Oh yeah. If it doesn't, if it works, don't fix it, as the old saying goes. Well, it's everything's working great, and you're getting out good, clear. No, it's not overmodulated or anything. It's just perfect.
Wisconsin. Well, thank you for the flowers. Whatever you're running sounds pretty good on this end as well.
Yeah, I'm running the Anytone Quad 666. That's what I'm running.
Yeah, I hear a lot of those, the Quad 5s and the Quad 6. I have a Striker 55 on the shelf, but it's rarely ever on the air. I might put it in my pickup one of these days.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Yeah. Yeah, this one here, this thing served me well. This little rig, I got the fans in the back there, the fan kit and all that, and she just keeps chugging along, and it's been really good.
Roger that. Yeah, I hear a lot of the Anytones, and they're pretty reasonably priced too. So I think a lot of people buy them.
Yeah, for the bang for the buck, you can't beat it. Plus, this is the first one I got, and then when I got it on deal, and then everybody was talking, give it a shot. So, and I got a lot of good.
Yeah, roger that. Yeah, sounds good. I wouldn't mess with it. All right, I'm gonna let you go. I'm in the middle of putting the snowplow on the four-wheeler and checking the snowblower. We're supposed to get, I don't know, maybe up to 12 inches of snow here tomorrow morning through Saturday. So I gotta get ready for that little event. So anyways, nice chatting, and probably I'll hear from you again out there 11:28. Mike, you're in the middle of the beautiful state of Wisconsin. We'll be on your final.
Okay, they're 11:28 in Wisconsin. All right, man. Well, we'll catch you again. I'm usually out here on this channel. There, you guys in Wisconsin over here. Usually I have a friend at 551 that comes in, but I lost him. He went completely out. But you're slamming in here like crazy, so that's a good sign. But anyways, catch you later. Have fun with that snowplow. 209 Central Florida. Standing by.
All right, 20973s. Hope you enjoyed your Thanksgiving and enjoy the rest of your weekend. 11:28 out.
Let's see. Okay.
161 in Syracuse, New York, in the United States, 306 Northern Ireland.
CQDX, 209 there in Central Florida, 209 Central Florida, Collins, CQDX, standing by.
209 Central Florida, 233,
Yeah, Roger, I heard a 233, 209 Central Florida, go ahead.
Roger that, 209 Central Florida, 233, waving
Northern Ireland, what time?
Roger that, there, 233, what's your location there?
California.
233, 209 in Florida here. Where's your QTH out there? Man, bands are rough. CQDX, 209 there in Central Florida, calling and standing by.
Have a good weekend, 73, 233, standing by.
CQDX, 209 here in Central Florida, calling CQDX, standing by. Unit 55, Central Iowa. I did hear you out there. You're a little light. I think conditions here in my direction are not the greatest, but I did hear you out there. We'll wave a hand there to you. You got 209, Operator J, Julia Alpha Yankee here in the Central Florida. Roger. I heard you there. I don't know. I think I lost you there. The band conditions on my end are just not the greatest. Like yesterday was better, but today I get people out there and they come in strong and then they go light and they go completely out. I don't know. But anyways, I appreciate the call. Come back there and you take care. Best of 7-3s, and then I can also say Merry Christmas to you there. It's already starting already. 209 Central Florida, standing by. CQDX, CQDX, 209 Central Florida, 209 Central Florida calling CQDX, standing by.
About you, 209, you got 785 Ontario, Canada, come on.
Yeah, what was that station again? Calling me again. Go ahead. One more time.
About that 209, yeah, you want to go down? 780, Wisconsin, file driver, Wisconsin up here, come on.
Oh, okay. 180, Wisconsin. I got you that time there. We got you there. You sounded good down this way in the Central Florida here. You got Operator J here, Juliet to Alpha Yankee here in Central Florida. Roger.
10-4, it's 780, not 180, 780, Northern Wisconsin, 551, Ontario, Canada.
Okay, Roger that. I got you. Sorry about that. Yeah, sometimes certain, it gets noisy or the bands shift around, numbers sound funny or whatever. But yeah, we got you in here 100%. And there's no doubt about that. You sounded really good down this way. Conditions on my direction is kind of funky. I don't know what's going on with it, but that's just how Mother Nature goes. But anyways, hope you had a good Turkey Day there. You got 209 Operator J, Julia Alpha Yankee in Central Florida.
All right, there, 209, we're going to wave you 73s. You got Granger, Robert, Echo, George, Greg up here in Northern Wisconsin. You have yourself a good day. 73s, yeah, we're going to let it roll on now.
Roger that. Yeah, you too. 7-3 to you there. Let's see. 551. I thought I heard you in there. Are you back in there?
You're starting to get your south. You're 20 over 9. I forget where you are. Are you on 6, 7?
Yeah, how about that 551? How about a 551? Are you back in there? I could have sworn I heard you in there. Hey, what's going on, Jeff? Happy holidays to you too, man. Good to see you in there. I just happened to look down and there you were, man. I don't know what happened to that Facebook thing. I wanted to get on that thing. I don't know. That's the fans thing. I don't know what happened to that. I'm kind of ticked off with them. I did everything in my power, but I don't know what the hell's going on with that situation. Excuse me. No, I don't know what happened. I wanted to see the members only thing. I couldn't get in there, and I'm like, what the hell? So I don't know. Freaking YouTube or screwed me or whatever. I don't know. So I ain't ever buy nothing on the online or these companies again. I don't know what, maybe I don't know. I really don't know. This is not the first time it's happened. That's happened to me many times. I don't know what the hell. It's freaking YouTube and all these companies are just, I don't know. It's sad. It really is. Wanted to be a member and I can't even get in and do that. I don't know. But it's good to see you, man. Hope you and Pops are doing good and had a good Thanksgiving. CQDX, 209 Central Florida, 209 Central Florida. Colin, CQDX, standing by. CQDX, 209 Central Florida, 209 Central Florida, Colin, CQDX, standing by. CQDX, 209 Central Florida, 209 Central Florida, Colin, CQDX, standing by.
37 QSY.
CQDX 209 Central Florida 209 Central Florida. Calling CQDX. Standing by. Man, sucks. Yeah, how about around DX land on 37 here? How about around DX land 209 Central Florida. Calling and standing by. Hey, Roger, on that there Ontario, Canada mobile. I definitely hear you out there in the mix up there. I think I have bad band conditions today on my end. I don't know why, but usually I get out there no matter what. But I do hear you out there. They were waving a hand there. I heard you getting some snow up there, and it's really frigid up there in Ontario, Canada. That's what I've been hearing. I have a friend there, 551. I was just talking to a little while ago. Told me that. Roger. Anyways, we'll catch you we'll catch you later, man. I don't know. I lost you on the mix up there. The band is up and down, and for some odd reason, I'm not getting Canada that very well. I don't know why. Usually every day I get you guys 5-9 all the way across plus. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I really don't know. But you take care of that mobile. You stay safe, and yeah, I know. Watch that roadways there. I heard you're getting some snow up there. I know that. 209 Central Florida. Standing by. CQDX 209 Central Florida. Calling CQDX. Standing by.
Well, okay, I'll let you go. I appreciate you coming back to 738 Mobile. We're going to let the other ones get in there. This definitely us anyway. Have a super happy Thanksgiving weekend and be safe, and I'll talk to you later.
CQDX 209 here in Central Florida. 209 Central Florida. Calling CQDX. Standing by. 209 Central Florida. Hello, radio. 209 Central Florida. Calling and standing by. Yeah, how about that unit 551 Ontario? That 551. How about a 551 209 Central Florida? Call.
209, we copy you.
Oh, there you are. Yeah, I thought I heard you out there. Yeah, I lost you for, I don't know what happened. You went to the side or something and you disappeared. You want to go somewhere else?
Yeah, I go down to the same channel.
All right. Hello.
How about her?
Yeah, well, what happened, man?
It just faded off on me and you were gone. I called you and there was nothing.
Yeah, like I was telling all the other guys in Skipland there, I says, today is a bad day for me because, I mean, I hear Skip out there, but my band conditions are the way I'm going out is, could be this front coming in. That's probably what it is because, everybody will be in there calling me and I'll be talking and they'll be kind of thing like what happened to you. It's crazy.
Yeah, oh well, it is what it is. I deal with it. Now you just your voice just dropped right off and that was it. I didn't hear from you again after. But yeah, nature. Oh well. She She's doing her thing this time of year.
Yeah. Like I always say, says, yeah, Mother Nature, she pulls her skirt up, gives us a tease, and then she pulls it back down and says, well, you ain't gonna have that. That's the end of that.
Rajo.
There you have it. There you have it in a nutshell. That's exactly what I always say to people. You know, that's just how it usually goes. Especially, I'm really surprised. Just what happened there. Yeah, we're just talking away, and then bam, you're gone. I thought you went onto the side or something, and I figured out no, it's got to be band conditions. But you're on that same radio that you were fixing.
I turned the AM pod, so it may have changed something.
You know what? You are dead on frequency. Whatever you did there, man, you're dead on. Dead on. There's no problem. It sounds like you now.
Rajo. Yeah. That's good.
Yep. Well, whatever you have done, you lined that up pretty well. No problems. And it's, like I said, dead on frequency. Before it was a little, I don't know, it was a little under.
It was right on, so I'm glad.
Yeah, roger that there. Well, whatever you did, it sounds good. You got it working well.
Rajo, greatly appreciated. It's nice to know that I'm on frequency. Hopefully now when I shut it off and turn it back on, everything will be the same. It won't change. Sometimes that happens to certain radios. My Galaxy 88 HL lookalike, it's like that. The clarifier could be in a different spot when you turn it back on, but this radio seems to be holding its own.
Yeah, roger that there. It wouldn't hurt to change the crystal out of that too. I mean, right now, I wouldn't do anything now. If you got it going now the way it is, it sounds great. But if it still keeps up, I would just go buy another crystal. You could buy the crystals online, for that radio, for Cobra Uniden, Striker, or whatever it is. You can still buy them.
We'll see next time. We'll try it and see where it goes. It's still experimental stage here. Like I say, I'll try it again tomorrow, and hopefully everything stays the same.
Yeah. How long did you have that radio on for?
It's been on since 6 o'clock this morning, and I haven't shut it off.
Oh, no wonder why. Yeah, that sucker's been on all morning. Yeah, I was in snooze land or dreamland at that point. I was still sleeping by the time that was on. Yeah, well, I tell you, it sounds really good. It sounds just as good as your what the hell is it? Your that RCI base or something?
The RCI 2950 or the Yaesu I run sometimes too. The FT 950. But the RCI Ranger, I like running it. I've got the speeder on it now. Nice and easy to read. And it works all right. They get good results. The clarifiers unlocked on it. This one here, it's locked. So it's what goes out is going out.
Yeah. That's one thing I don't like in the older export radios. They have the clarifiers are unlocked, and then you move and it moves your transmit frequency and you receive and all that. That's a pain in the butt. But that Alliance HS4 I got down here at the clarifier is, I think it's open, but it has steps in it, and you can move it that way, but I just leave it on just the way it goes. But I slid with the clarifier before. I tried it, and it works. And I didn't think it was, but I put a pair of headphones on with a monitor, and then that does. It has only one knob. It's not like the two knob clarifier, if you know what I mean. A fine and a coarse, it's all in one clarifier. So, which is nice. But with the double potted potentiometers, I can't stand them. Just like on my old Jackson, President Jackson in the bottom of my roll here, that thing has got a dual pot fine and coarse clarifier, and they're a pain in the ass to stay together with the transmit and then you receive. But I fixed that beginning of the year, and I haven't fired it up for a while. I should get that on the air and see how that thing does. But yeah, so yeah, I had to adjust everything. Like I said, I had to put new pots, potentiometers in there. They were all loose and carbon filled, from over the use and years. And of course, the couple of caps need to be replaced. The whole thing has got to be redone, but I just never got around to it. But it's been working in progress. But the thing does talk pretty darn good, I can tell you that. For, I don't know, the thing has got to be 1988, 89-ish, if you want to say that. President Jackson, I don't know what, I think you go by the serial number. I'm not sure. I know it's from the 80s. I know that. But they stopped making them in the 90s. But I think this one is from the mid 80s.
Yeah, you must have got those pots before, because they're hard to get now. The older ones. The newer ones, the little small ones, they're easier to come by. I've got a bunch of them here. But the older style, I try to keep some of the older radios just for them. The older pods in case I need to replace. But yeah, it's a nice radio. Good reviews on it. They work well. Geez, I had this radio here I'm talking on, I got a Cobra 29 with weather channels on it with it. The guy said, "You want to take this radio too?" And I said, "Sure, I'll take it." I like the Cobra 29s, practice on tuning them and seeing what's wrong, if there's anything wrong. This Cobra 29, the S meter was stuck, and I got into it and cracked it, the thread, and got it unstuck, and it works all right. The light was okay in it, and the modulation was only about half throttle. You couldn't do anything. So I did some searching and found a bad cap. It was SDR of 3.9 meg ohms, 3.9 ohms, and it was showing on my tester. It was capacitor and a resistor in line in series, so it knew it had quite a bit of resistance, so it actually showed a resistor in line on the screen.
Oh man, yeah, that's bad. Yeah, that's a bad, really bad. Yeah, that happens. The rigs they break down from the heat, the cold, the heat, and having them out. And well, that's just it with the President Jackson bottom row here on my shelf. Yeah, like I said, I had to replace a couple components, like the potentiometers. The only one that's different is the transmit. The transmit and receive potentiometer inside the radio. I put a plastic one in there. It's like a real heavy one. You can turn it by hand, or you can use a metal screwdriver, but I never use that. I just use a plastic screwdriver. You always use that because it won't conduct onto the part, But then the rest of the other potentiometers, I just put the new old stock ones back in there. They were all blackened up from the carbon, from being in use for a lot of years. And I had that parts radio too, and so I had some of them left. I put them all in there, and then the adjustments for the power, adjustments for the modulation, adjustments. I mean, all those. and the frequency, like I just said, they're the frequency alignment one, and that's all brand new. And yeah, it just needed help a little bit. I mean, the thing is old. I mean, it's probably been into about 800 million shops in its life, and then when I get a hold of it, it's gonna be set and. But the only thing I'm gonna regret is recapping that whole radio. There's so many of them damn little caps in there. Oh my god. But the only cap that I replaced was the one in the back there. That thing was about ready to just blow up. It was bad.
Yeah, just test them and see which ones are bad. But I've got a few radios. That 2950 I used, RCI Ranger. It's I recapped it.
Okay, Raj. Thank you for stopping by.
First generation, I recapped it.
Yeah, you too, man. Take care. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it.
Washington base. I just started doing it and just took one out and put another one in, took another one out, put another one in, and did it in a certain area and kind of worked my way around. And I think I might have tried it once or twice while I was capping it to make sure. But it worked out all right. I just used a cheap solder sucker. You just use it accordingly. They get hot, so you've got to be in there and get out and pull her out. And I've been good success rate of pulling them out, finding them and pulling them. Out of a whole radio, I might have two spots. I might have unsoldered by mistake and just resoldered them and carried on.
Yeah, I have one of those tube sucker things. You just push the plunger down and you get where the spot you're put the soldering iron on and suck up the solder. Yeah, I got two of them. An old Radio Shack one from a long time ago. It's silver. It's all aluminum, and I got another one from SG. I got a new tip for it, and I've never put a new tip on it yet. But I think those tips are, I think they're Teflon. They could take the heat a little bit. I don't know. I mean, the SG one, I've used that quite a bit more than I do the other one. And it doesn't hurt to put a little bit of, like a little grease, not grease, but like a little, petroleum jelly or something in the plunger in there. Keeps that seal from not jamming up or whatever. It gets caked up with solder. And that's what I do to mine, and it still works fine,
Yeah, I use dielectric grease. I just have it for certain things, and it just seems to work well. It takes the heat, so you don't have to worry about it. But it's easy to clean the stuff off. It sticks to it, and I put a little layer on, and the solder sticks to it, and you just wipe it off and re-grease it and put it back in again.
Yeah, yep, roger that there, yeah. Yeah, I have to clean mine out there. I haven't cleaned that thing in, I don't know, in months. I'm sure it's got all full of flakes of solder in there. And yeah, the one thing I can't stand is when the solder sucker gets full of solder. You eventually get a good solder blob there, and it gets caught in the tube, and you gotta hit the plunger, and it pulls out the old solder, and you gotta pull it out with a pair of pliers or something. It's just it happens, But man, that's a pain in the neck when it does that. I hate that.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I pulled out that capacitor out of this Cobra 29 and got it first crack. It worked out well, and then the modulation come back, so everything worked fine on it. I checked the other caps, and they're all right. So yeah, it's my first Cobra with the leather channels in it, so it's kind of neat. I've got about 4 or 5 of them here. I'm gonna end up selling that at Hamfest, but they're good practice radios.
Yeah, I have that Uniden Bearcat SSB. It has weather built into it, and you can change the color of the face on it and all that. Yeah, I'm sure you had one or saw one. It's a cool radio, but it's just a stock bone stock radio. But I'm sure I haven't had that thing on the air. I don't know. I can't remember. I don't know. I got it from a package deal or something, and it was brand new. It was still brand new. It came with the pigtail, which I'm using it right now for this Anytone. Yeah, it works pretty good. And I don't know. I haven't tried that thing in I don't know a long time. So I don't know. I should just it's on my shelf on the corner on the side there. Then of course I got that old that was the other radio that I had to redo was that old realistic sideband, the silver faced one. That thing was a mess. I mean, it was oh man, I had to clean that thing all up in the inside. It was just a wreck. And we got it running. This was like what last year, a year before, I can't remember. That radio was just it was just a mess. Then I found another parts one, and I put all the parts into that one, and it looks brand new now. You wouldn't even know it. It was had all these stupid, goofy things in it, and I don't know. I just don't understand why people destroy radios. I really don't. But I got that thing for when it comes out of the factory stock, and it does swing up to about 13, 14 watts or so on sideband. Something like that. I don't know. If you need a little extra, you could just put a little Santa's little helper on the end of it and then be done with it. But I don't know, for what it is, it's a nostalgic radio. They don't make them anymore, so I got it running. It works good. I think actually got Skip on it one time or two. I can't remember, but and then I also did the 4-pin connector mod too. You just plug your like I could plug this microphone right into it directly. Not a DIN plug or anything. Just used a 4-pin socket and replace it, and then re-drill out the hole for the socket there, and just run your wires and figure out what's your receive, transmit. Just like a microphone. And get rid of that DIN plug thing. That was the dumbest thing they ever did, was that stupid DIN plug. Oh, that was the most hideous thing.
Switches in it or unlock the clarifier, but if I get wrong clarification, which it is now, I think I'm just going to leave it, and somebody else can do it, or they've got a stock radio that's in really good shape and works well.
Yeah, I don't know. I get lucky if I find a rig that doesn't or not working, I'm just going to use it for parts. I don't care. The forced TR5, I think it is. It's black-faced one there, the newer one. The one I have is the older version, and I don't know what was wrong with it. I tried it. I turned it on, and didn't do anything, and I tried the protection diode. That was fine. I don't remember what was really wrong with it. I says, you know what? For what I paid for it, I'll make a good radio out of it. This will be a good donor radio, and I made that silver face radio like brand new again. All the parts up to date, and it's and I did recap that radio. It's all set, ready to go, and it'll last another 30 years. And I don't know what year that. I think that was made in 1988. I think it is the white faced radio. Or silver-faced realistic sideband there. And it's basically a PC-122. It's what it really is, the chassis. Uh-oh, did I lose you again?
No, I'm just talking to the wife there. Sorry about that. I like doing that kind of stuff. Like the last radio there, the President Washington Base recapped it and worked on it, put a new S meter in it. Had to use the background stencil, had to take it off, and what else did I have to do? Oh, on the front stencil, there's two stencils, plates, kind of a plastic wafer, but replaced that and aligned it and tuned it and got extra channels on it and everything, which I didn't do, and I'm not going to reverse it. It's too much. Got 4 switches on the thing. But, yeah, it's something to do, you know, and I like doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you get something and you find something for parts or repair, you know it's for parts because nobody's going to tell you. I mean, you could probably get it working again, but who knows what else is wrong with it. It's like, I'll just take it for what it is for parts, and then I just dump it into the radio I'm repairing. It's always good to do it that way. Give another radio a new life.
Yeah, I've got a couple of radios that I'm saving here for parts. Navajo base, the 850, and the 2950 Ranger, 2990 Ranger. I've got for either parts or gonna use it for other parts or use another one for parts for it. So I don't know. Yeah, we got a few radios.
Hey, Mark, 446DE, how you doing?
Yeah, if we find something that's similar, like the unit in 8E, 8, I forget what the unit in is the same as the Navajo, but yeah, if we find something that's similar, we'll use it to repair it for sure.
Yeah, roger that there. Yeah, because I use everything. I'll just take the whole board out and take the parts you need out of it. Whatever is not salvageable, just chuck the rest of it away. It's always good to have extra parts, but sometimes I get so many parts, I get boxes of crap, and sometimes I just throw it out. But now I'm keeping everything because I got some other radios that are getting, the parts are getting hard to find, or if you do find them, it's going to cost you. Just like with the finals in these older radios, are ridiculous. They got the 1969s and the what was the other one? MRF 477s or something like that. I can't remember. Yeah, those are going out, and then if you get a parts rig, you just basically the radio paid for itself right there. If you get a parts rig, you got the hard to find finals. If you get the replacement ones, who knows how good those are, But they got counterfeits out there. You got to stay away from. But you have to go through like Mauser or electronics store to get the real deal. Because for the heck of it, I bought some counterfeit 1969s. They're Chinese, I think it was, or I can't remember. I remember I put them in just a radio I was fixing just for the heck of it. I keyed down, see how much power those things will put out. They don't put out that much power at all. I think much as I got on sideband was probably 13 to almost went to almost 20 watts, and it just let go and it just smoked. That was the end of it.
Oh yeah, I was always wondering about that, whether they were any good or not. I did buy some 1213s or something like that. I forget, 2013s. IRF finals and 5 IRF 520s I bought. And I found that they worked, and they worked all right. I put finals in the same radio that I'm talking on now in my brother's. I purchased the radio and sold it to him and used it for quite a while and blew the free driver out of it, so I replaced it with one from eBay. said, they're fakes, and it's hard to get the good ones.
Yeah, they put the what is it, the Toshiba 1969 stamped right on it, and it's really not. It's just a counterfeit, and yeah, they're not good. They got a replacement for a 1969. I forgot what the numbers were. I think it's a MOSFET now, but it's not the 69. But I think the MOSFET is a little better than the original. But the 1969 final, they are a good final though. You can beat the heck out of them. They that I do know. They could take a beating, that's for sure. But these other ones, I don't know. But then they got the MOSFET ones now. Those are, I'm sure those are bulletproof too.
Yeah, they're probably static sensitive like most MOSFETs. But yeah, well, that's good that they got something to swap them out with. Yeah, those 1969 bipolar transistors, they work well. A friend of mine, they use them in the Cobra 2000, and you hear all of them on there, and a lot of those radios still going.
Oh yeah, yep. They use them in the Cobra 2000, the 148s. This is the older stuff. The older 148s, the Cobra 142s, the 2000s, and the Cobra 146, I think it is, mobile. Yeah, all those had the 1969 final in it, and it has the big pre-driver, and it has the audio chip and all that, and the big old voltage regulator in there, that green thing, the green one, and yeah, you can't beat that old stuff there. Now you look at the radios now on the inside, and you're like, well, where the hell is everything?
Definitely. That's exactly my words too. There's not much to tune or line or adjust. It's all done electronically with buttons and switches, knobs.
Yeah, I tell you one thing. I don't know how these golden screwdriver guys work on these radios. I don't know how. There's nothing really to work on. They just turn a few pots and say, okay, call it done. That sounds great. You know, I don't understand that part. There ain't nothing to these radios either. I haven't opened this thing up at all. I never did, and I never will. I don't want to see it. But yeah, because everything you could just do it on the fly now. We don't have to open it up and do the old snip and or cut a diode or whatever, or just solder a blob or whatever on a pad or whatever. No, it's all done on the fly. You got to program it in there, and that's it, you know. But I just get a laugh at some of these guys out there. Oh, I can make that radio sound really good and screaming and this and that, and the radio will sound like complete crap when you get it on the air, you know. Yeah, what is the substitute for the 1969s there? I remember the number, and I just don't remember offhand there. I remember seeing the replacement. It was I think it was in Mauser Electronics, or one of them places had it, or Digiparts or whatever like that. I can't remember the numbers.
I can't think of it. I wrote it down one time and such, and it just evades my memory.
Even with those so-called CB technicians, get out there and get into things that they don't belong into, and they don't know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah, exactly. You know, yeah, because I remember I was looking up those 1969s, and just for the heck. Well, you figure, well, I got a spare set of radio for my Jackson there. I got the original finals for that. Actually, those are actually a beefier final. I think those ones that go in a 2510, they do about over 40 watts. 40 to 50 watts. But I don't. It's not drilling that hard at all. It's just I put it to stock. How much it really puts out, and it does go up there. And the much as you talk, it'll go up. But you don't let a radio scream to death, and then it's for its life, and until it goes up. But yeah, and I think the AR-144 I got over here, the Jackson, or no, it's a AR-144. It doesn't say Jackson or anything. It looks just like a Jackson, but it's a plain mobile, and the only difference of that is it just has illuminated upper, lower, and AM mode button on it. That's it. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I heard some people doing the MOSFETs on the back of the replacements, some of the older radios. But because I mean, this radio here has MOSFETs. It's a modern radio, so dang well it's it's not a stock regular bipolar transistor. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, I got quite a couple the old the high demand ones that you need in the older radios. Plus I got some for the Jackson, and I got some even the ones for the GX2 radios, the Yaesus. I got a set of those, a quad of those. I got 4 each. For the amplifier section. Those finals are hard to, or bipolar transistors. They call them pills. Don't ask me why. That's just hideous. Just call it what it really is. The bipolar transistor, RF transistor. But anyways, I got all those, and if something goes, like in one of these older GX2s I got the amplifier boards with the as they call them, aka pills. I got all the pills. No, those are hard to come by. They're the Toshibas, and those are very. If you try to find some, you're gonna spend a coin for them. I'm telling you that.
Well, yeah, those Toshibas can cost $200 a piece or better.
Sure. Forget what they are. The red pills, red dots. They call them Toshibas, and they were good bipolar transistors. And they're you don't find them anymore. If they're out there, they want a pretty penny for them. And some people don't know what they are. That's good. I always sometimes stock up on certain things too, just to make sure I've got them.
Oh yeah, well those GX2s I had, I bought like a pile of them. I don't know. I got 2 out of 2, I guess. Because I got one here on the bench. I got one put away, and then the other 2 were smoked, and the PA section in them were working. I keyed them up, and it puts out 100 watts. You could do a little more with those, but they do more. And so I got 2 working pulls. So those are in the stock there, and if I need it, if I had another GX2 with a blown power amplifier in it, I could just plug one of these boards in there, good to go, So I don't know how anybody can kill one of those transistors. I don't know how. I never blown one in my life. Blew up one in the radio or amp or whatever. And you got these guys out there that do that channel 6 thing. There is a guy online, he's got like 16 of them damn things, those bipolar transistors. How in the world can he afford all those transistors? They're like $200 and something a piece.
He must have got them when they were cheap at one time. Some people, they buy them, and if they look after them, like you say, they last for the life of the party. But used and abused, they can sometimes it's a relay, sometimes it's the board or capacitor, amplifiers, resistors, they burn up because too much wattage going into them. But you never know.
Yeah. I just don't understand. It must be a substitute for that red dot Toshiba they're using out there right now. I can't. I don't know. I just never studied into it or anything. But yeah, there's guys out there building these big amps, these big I call them cancer machines because there's so much power and so RF energy that's coming out of them. You get radiation poisoning from the exposure from X-rays. Oh my God! And they got the power supplies in the bottom. Oh man, I'm telling you, I seen some real scary amps out there that some of these people built. Man, I mean they are neat looking, but they're all not professionally made. They're all basically just made in their garage, and they take it to a machine shop, get the metal all bent up and stuff. Because I used to do that kind of work. For sheet metal, bend for cabinets and all that, and you use a punch press to get the metal out, and then you just got to use a brake press and all that. But I have all those boxes they make. Yeah, they look good, but how does it perform? It's got to be all those amps are all splatterbox amps. Anyways, they're all for that channel 6 action. I don't understand it. Why don't they just make something for sideband? But then again, if they got one for sideband, it'll sound like crap too,
Yeah, I guess it depends on what you're running through it and how they're built and such. I like the Henry. I wouldn't mind getting one of them, seeing how they work. I've seen them for sale every once in a while, and they get scooped up pretty quick if they're in good shape. But the power sometimes they, you get out.
Yeah, the Henry 2K, yeah, those are nice. Yeah, that's a big refrigerator. You got the power supply in the bottom and the RF decks on the top. I want one and I don't, but I might be getting a commander or something, a fellow I know locally. Yeah, it's a commander. Yeah, it takes the ceramic tube instead of a glass envelope tube, but that thing will do big time watts. But I'm not planning to do that. I'm just gonna run, legal limit on the ham bands there, and just as much as I would ever run would be between 900 and 1,000 watts, if that, not even. I mean, there's no sense. If you can hear them, work them. If you need a little power, a little extra, just turn it up a little bit. You don't need to really kill your amplifier just to get an extra decibel out of your dang amplifier.
Good, Steve, Michigan.
Yeah, that's the thing. You run it accordingly, and you shouldn't have any problems with them. Those commander amplifiers are nice too. The desktop, that'd be a nice amp too. I'd like to hear one of them. You don't hear anybody talk about them. The certain amps, what they're running like that.
Yeah, you know why not so many people are running them? Those tubes and those commander amplifiers run like $1,000 a piece. That's why. The ceramic tube that goes in there. And it's like he's a good friend of mine. He's gonna sell to me, really good fair price, real cheap, good fair price. The only downfall is you gotta like be careful with them tubes. If you blow that tube, which I will anyways, but it'll cost you some big bucks just for one tube. I think it takes 2 of them. I can't remember. I think it does take 2, and the power supply in that thing is a monster, and that whole thing weighs a good amount. And I'm gonna have to, if I do get that, I'm gonna have to relocate that and put it somewhere else. Probably put it in my cabinet here. I can't put that on the bench in that corner. There is no way in hell, because I think I'd break my hands or break my back more than it is. I'm gonna have to put it on a tabletop in the corner of my little entertainment center. It's gonna have to be put in there, because putting it up on top of the shelf here, it's gonna be impossible, because it's a really tight area. And I mean, I got my 811H in there, and I got my SB200 in there, and boy, I tell you what, it was a bear getting them in there. but you got to take apart half the station apart just to get your stuff in there.
Yeah, some of them cabinets, you got to take the doors off to get your equipment in there, or try to go through the back with the panels. Yeah, it could be tricky.
Yeah, roger that, man. I tell you. Yeah, so that's on the back burner there. You know, he says, whatever. You just like, because I bought a lot of stuff from him. He's a good guy. You know, I bought all my Kenwoods from him, and amps, and now this one. And I gave him some. I put some money down, and he goes, "Maybe when you get more or whatever, it doesn't matter. I know you're there, and you know you're a good person, and well, which I am, and then next you know, it's already paid off already anyway. So when I come up with the extra, I'll get it, and I'll just sell them the money, and then be done with it.
Yeah, it sounds like a nice sweet amp. Is it, what's it put out?
Oh, geez, I think 2,500 or more.
Oh, yeah, that's enough. Yeah. You'll be heard for sure.
Yeah, I would never run it that much on the HF bands. You probably get in trouble, and for one, I probably run it between 9 to 1,000 watts, if that. If I was on the other bands there, on the HF bands, but I don't know. I just don't believe in exceeding the amplifier. I mean, if it's really bad, like a rare contact, yeah, you'd probably want to turn it up a little bit. But just talking around, I'd run it between, like 4, 5, 8, 900 watts. Let it peak to 1,000. That's good enough.
Yeah. Well, look, you and I think I'm around 60, 75 watts. You're 100 watts, and we're talking all over the place. It doesn't take much.
Yeah, I mean, you put like 10, 12 watts, and when you're already doing almost 1,000 watts on that thing, it's very sensitive to excite that amplifier.
Yeah, that's something you have to be careful with.
Yeah. You definitely have to turn everything down before you start tuning. You better make sure your everything is tuned in, and your tuner, your antenna, and make sure your power is down before you start tuning that dang thing. If you don't, you're gonna smoke that thing.
Yeah, I like tuning an old amp. It's just nostalgic for me. I'm used to doing it, and these amps that are it's convenient, but I do like to miss the old amps. Well, I've got one here that I use it.
Yeah, well, that's what I've been using them since I was a kid too. I'm so used to it, and I've seen my grandfather use them, and yeah, like you said, it's a nostalgic thing because all my amps I have, they're all manual tuned. You got to tune your plate and your load or whatever, and you dip your plate and then in your load and whatever, you get it to the maximum. And then even the command's the same way. All these amps here, they're all manual. Just like with my antenna tuners, they're all either it's got a hand crank on it, and it's got the vernier dial on it. And all of them, my 10 Tech one and the Heath kit, and then all the other ones are all manual. I don't know. To my opinion, the automatic tuners, I mean, you get a good tune out of it, but you don't get the maximum. It's faking the radio. I know it. I understand that, but I think you get a more external tuner makes the radio more happier than the one that's inside of the internal antenna tuner. I never use the internal antenna tuners in a radio unless I really had to if it was emergency. But you get more range out of a external one than the one that's in a radio. You know what I mean?
Adjustments. 300 watt one, and I want to get a higher wattage tuner, manual tuner. At least 1,000 or 1,500 if I can. But they're getting pricey. That's the only thing with them, and getting hard to come by. Ones folks that are out there, they want enough for them.
Yeah. I'm set for tuners. I got plenty of them. I got this Palstar. I got that Heath kit. I got that 10 Tech one, and then I got the still have my old. I rebuilt that too. What the hell's the name of that dang thing? I can't even. The super tuner there. What the hell is it there? I got that still. I have that on my. Well, it used to be on my old station. Now I got it on my FT920. I got it on that, and all the rest of the tuners are all taken up from other radios. But Dentron, that's the name of it. Yeah, Dentron Super Tuner. That's what I use on the other side for the main base in the middle, the shack here, the big base for the HF bands. And yeah, that thing it works pretty good. You can't beat these older tuners too. I don't trust these newer ones. And a friend of mine, that the same guy I was telling you about, he had an MFJ tuner, and it's not that old, and it's trashed. It's trashed. I think it got arced out somewhere, and it's ground. The whole thing is ground. I put the new switch in there. Luckily, I got a switch. But it wasn't the switch. It wasn't the connectors. It wasn't the caps. Or it's got to be one of the caps or the roller inductor or something. But the whole thing is shorted out. I did everything. Everybody's telling me this, telling me that. I says I did everything. I says it's taking up room. I'm about ready to just scrap the damn thing. Keep the cabinet. It's got a nice cabinet, but their capacitors, roller capacitors they make, or the inductors, they're so built cheap, it's not even funny. I mean, I don't know even how the hell it just, I don't know. I must have took that thing apart about 5 times. It's the legal limit. I think it handles over the legal limit. It's pretty beefy inside, and I don't know what could just go wrong like that.
One thing about MFK, a lot of their stuff is made so cheaply. A lot of it's good equipment, but it's just made cheaply. It's sad. You only get a certain life out of them, and then you can't tear them apart, fix them. They're so soldered and built that you just destroy them trying to tear them apart.
Yeah. I mean, I got 2 MFJ tuners, the small ones, the smaller ones that are 300 watts a piece, The one that's on this one here, I've rebuilt this one. It needed a couple things here and there, and, and then check your solder joints, make sure everything is tight and all that garbage. And then it's fine. Sometimes everybody I would talk to, they says, oh, yeah, I bought this from them. I always double check before I even put it on the air. That's pretty sad. You buy it brand new, you just plug it. You're supposed to plug and play when you buy something new. That's pretty sad.
Yeah. With this type of equipment, when you're running high wattage, it's better safe than sorry. But I could understand it for sure.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's one thing I never blew a tuner in my life, blew up one or smoked one or whatever, but I remember one time I had one that was dirty. I can't remember which one I had, but you can hear it sometimes fry, make it like a little noise. But if you arc one, I heard, you'll hear it. It's loud, it'll make like a loud bang noise. But I had one that had it was just so dirty. It needed to be cleaned because they got the roller inductor in there, and then dust gets in there, and then eventually it sizzles out the dirt and then the carbon in there. And I cleaned that. I think it was this Palstar. I think I cleaned it with alcohol and some cotton swabs or cotton balls. And man, that thing it just instantly turned that cotton ball into like coal. I mean, that's how bad it was. From carbon and just dust,
Yeah, sounds like you got her. Sometimes you got to clean things gets dusty in there. This radio here was a little dusty and I had to clean it out a bit. But if you get the right tools, you can do the job.
Yeah, that's the thing, certain people that go into something, they don't know what they're doing, they shouldn't be in there, and they'll say, oh, it's junk, what the hell, and then really, it's not the radio's fault or the device's fault, it's the person that opened it up or whatever they did, they messed it up or they broke something, I don't know, I just don't, I could never put my hands into something I don't know what I'm doing. If I don't know what I'm doing, I won't touch it,
What it is for me, if it's broken, it's going to get thrown out. I'll dive in a ladder kind of thing and see what I can find. But certain things, I do a lot of research. Dive in and do something like this radio here. I made sure I knew what I was doing before I started touching stuff. But it's a good procedure.
Yeah, roger that there. Yep. I don't know. I just something that if I can't fix, I'll look it up or get a schematic and just really study the layout or whatever, then work on it. If you don't know, forget it. You might as well not even bother. And then you just might as well make the radio or whatever is into a pile of crap, You might as well just leave it that way.
Just out here, seeing who's out here. You got the 961 there, Tucson, Arizona.
The wife's got out again. It's just me and the dog here. Watching the video on repairing the radio I'm talking on, YouTube videos to see what they're getting out for power-wise and good third order distortion, harmonic distortion, seeing what they're getting and see if I'm in that realm. I think I'm putting out about 20 watts out of this thing. It looked like it'll do about 30 and I turned it back. It peaks anyways. On AM I've got it just put down to 4 watts. Constant carrier is a little harder on it than sideband. Sideband's not so bad. You can run a little bit more wattage as long as it's clean. That's what I'm concerned about.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's what I would do too. I don't really use AM anyway, so sideband is always the way to go. If you're restoring a rig like something like you just did, you can just turn the power up on the sideband, I guess, just in a reasonable amount or whatever, because you're really not hurting it on the sideband. It does, I mean, they could do a little more if whatever it's rated for, it'll do it. If depending on what kind of transistor you got in there. But sideband's really not hurting it, and it doesn't hurt to, have a good heat sink, and like this radio here, I got the fan kit on it, and it keeps it nice and cool. I've been chewing on this thing for months, and then it's still working fine.
MOSFETs in this driver and pre-driver are the same from what I've seen in another radio that I repaired. But it's getting a little bit more, but it seems to be able to handle it all right. But I've got finals for it if it does go. Like I say, it's running clean, so that's the main thing. And I did turn her back, so we'll just keep her here. And I think I'm done tinkering with it. It's almost time to put the mic in or the speaker back in, and put the screws to her and call her a day.
Yeah. The way you got it set, I won't even touch a thing on it now. It's that rig now you're on. It's running smooth. So yeah, it's not doesn't sound all muddy or anything, or it's over loud. And then like some of these obnoxious radios out there, they're so dang loud you can talk over your neighbor's microwave and have her get pissed off and coming over to the house with a broom saying you're going over my microwave or you're going over my doorknob or the door ring cam or whatever the heck it is that we got nowadays. Or you're interfering my mouse on my computer. Oh God. You know, I mean, don't these people know? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it looks good on the scope and the spectrum analyzer, so I know it looks not bad. So we'll just leave it. And the next Ham Fest, I'm going to sell it. See what I can. There's a minimum I'm going to go, and that'll be it. I've got a few radios to go. So just waiting for it to come up. What is it? April is the first one so far. At the middle of April. So we got a ways to go yet. By that time, I may even find a few more.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. But the one I won't go is the Hamcation in Orlando, Florida. Here. I mean, I don't know if you've been from out Ontario to here to go to. I don't know. I don't know if you said you've been in Florida before or what. I'm not sure. I can't remember, but I don't know. I think it's just a big overhyped thing, and it's just so dang expensive. You can't just stay for one day. There's no way. It's impossible. You got to be there for at least the first day you show up to the near the end. Then you got to buy a hotel that for the weekend, and that's costs money. And then you got to go eat. Um, I mean, if you got an RV, that's one thing. That'd be perfect. But if it's just yourself, you gotta pay for a room. All that sorts of stuff. If you got, like I said, if you got RVs, I think they allow that. But yeah, it's just you can't stay one day. You got to be there for the whole weekend. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we don't have anything like that here. It's just one day event in the morning, pretty much, right from 9 o'clock while they start at 7 for the setup for the vendors to 8 o'clock, and then from 8 o'clock to they open at 9 for the public, and that's public from 9 till noon is usually the longest they last. And the biggest one we have here is in Markham, and it's a fair size. I like it. And outside one. The inside one is further the other way to near Ottawa, and it's big too, inside arena, so it takes up the whole arena floor, so it's pretty good. But it's like I say, it's only a 5-hour event, and then they close up shop. But it's all right. I like going to them. The stuff I see and buy and sell and interact.
Yeah, I mean, I like going to conventions myself, but the only one that's pretty darn good is the Melbourne Ham Fest. That's a good one. That's not far from me. That's ain't till next October. This one we had. It's already been long gone. But the one that's coming up soon is the Orlando Hamcation Convention. I don't know. I don't know. I don't feel like going to that. It's too many people. Too much crapped out over there. It's just. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they got good security over there, but there's always going to be that one idiot,
Yeah, I never dealt with that. Have you gone to it before?
No, I went to Dayton once with my ex-girlfriend. I went there. It was at the old place. Now it was all muddy and stuff when it's all wet. Now it's in a different location. They still call it the Hamcation, Dayton Ham Fest in Dayton, Ohio. But Yeah, I remember they had a storm. What was it, like 4 or 5 years ago? 5 years ago, and one of their buildings got damaged up there. I think they had like a windstorm or a tornado hit up there, and it just ripped that building apart.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we had one here not far from us in a big fairgrounds in the building, one of the big buildings. And it used to be really nice. You know, it was close and a lot of goodies, and but they just stopped doing it. I don't know what happened or why they, whether the club that was running it closed up shop, or they just, one of the members passed away and they stopped doing it. I don't know what happened, but it was a really good setup.
Yeah, it's pretty sad down where I'm at here. It's turning out to be another Miami over here. Miami salami. You know, I don't get it. They have one Hamfest every October here in where I'm at. Instead of traveling, it would be to me to get from here to Hamcation convention. It's like 105 miles away from my house. That's ridiculous. No, 139, 138 miles. Go from here to Orlando. I'm not. No, that's okay. Then you got to spend on that. Then you got hell with that. They got nothing local anymore. They have nothing. They just got the one in Melbourne, Florida. That's it. Every in October. That's it. And I don't understand that. It just like you maybe there's not too many ham clubs anymore that sponsors it or whatever. Some people should get together and just start making one or whatever. A ham convention or something. I mean, this is ridiculous. You only got one in my town or this city here. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's not like it's dying or anything. There's lineups at every one I go to, and a lot of people going through, and a lot of tables. Very seldom I've gone to a ham fest where there's been very little. Both one occasion there was a new spot, and out of the